Aviation authorities have issued a fresh warning this month over the rising threat from lithium batteries in people's luggage on commercial flights. Now, the batteries are inside devices like power banks, portable chargers and vapes. And according to the UK Civil Aviation Authority, despite repeated warnings, more than 100 million power banks have been incorrectly packed inside people's luggage, which can cause a potentially deadly threat to passengers. For more, let's bring in former flight attendant Nicola Dale. Good morning to you. So they are they're meant to go in your hand luggage, not in your checked bag. Clearly people are still packing them wrong. How dangerous is that?
They are so dangerous, and I'm really pleased that there's more warnings about it because, look, everyone likes travelling, everyone likes to have a good time, but the problem is the good time ends very quickly because these things can overheat, and that's the problem. So have them with you. It's a simple warning because now about 50% of people carry power banks. So, as you're saying, they're the power banks, they're the tablets, and don't have them on when you're on the plane. And I have been on a flight, I've been on a few flights, sadly, because they overheat, they can melt, and they can cause a fire, and there's nothing more dangerous than that. So, it's a really important warning, and, keep them with you, and you can only have two.
So you were on a flight and then a fire started?
I have been, yes, I have been, yes, yeah.
And you had to put out the fire?
We've had to get as all the crew come together, and it's an immediate thing. So it's sort of straight away when there's a thing there that you go straight, a person goes straight to get the fire equipment, and it's like a 3-person sort of procedure there. And fortunately, it was only minor, but anything big like that way, it could potentially be a life-threatening thing, and it's one of the most dangerous things on a plane. So I've been there. Phones can overheat, but the power banks, they must be with you, and just a really good warning for people to have them with you. Only have two, that's it. And, because sometimes the machines can, if they're packing them underneath, because they can't be in the hold, they sometimes slip through. So it really is a warning. Be safe, because it's one of those things, you just want to risk lives for something like that.
Exactly, and the warnings are out there. Just quickly before you go, Aussies travelling in Europe will soon be able to take a carry-on bag on the plane for free after the EU banned airlines from charging for cabin luggage. Will it make flying cheaper in Europe or just push up the ticket prices?
Well, I think that's sort of that two-way thing, but to be honest, I think it's good because there's a bit more transparency. So at least at the start, there's nothing worse than, you're booking a flight and all of a sudden you get this sort of gotcha at the end. And, you've got all these extra fees, and people hate feeling ripped off. And that's what they sort of feel. So I think it's a transparency thing. I think it's really good. Some of the bosses, I think from EasyJet, he's blowing up, sort of saying it's going to be more crowded and there's not enough room on the plane. I mean, the planes aren't getting any bigger. So it's not a perfect thing, but I think it's a good improvement. Absolutely. Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time, Nicola.
Pleasure.